Geobyte.
Hello friends, welcome to GeoByte. The next topic is important formulas which are usually used in trigonometry, and there are some more formulas. So this is some of the basic formulas you have to remember always. These are not formulas, but you can easily find out with that ASTC method. But you have to remember these three formulas, not three, just four. 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are very important. These four are used in problems solving, and the rest is kind of we are getting from the coordinate, like the quadrant. For that, I'll tell you how we can remember that formula. You have to always remember this. Okay, and so this is pi by 2, this is minus pi, and minus 3 pi by 2. Okay, so this is pi, and this is 0, or you can say it is 2 pi, anything. Now, first, the most important formula is sin minus equal to minus of sin x, and cos of minus x is equal to cos x. That means if there is an angle sine of minus 36, then you can write it as, you can take this minus sign outside, minus sine 36 degree, and it will be minus this value, sine of 36 value. So you can take the minus sign outside the function, sine of minus x. But in case of cos of minus x, it is just cos x. So be it positive or negative, the value of that function will be always positive. So any negative angle will have a positive value, and any positive value will also have a positive value. Only we have to take care of sign. So sign will have minus sign coming outside. So that is minus sin x. This is cos x alone. Now coming to cos of x plus y and is equal to cos x cos y minus sin x sin y, and cos of x minus y equal to cos x cos y plus sin x sin y. So these two formulas you have to remember. These can be used in problem solving, and similarly in case of, I can tell you an example. For example, cos of 3 pi plus pi by 2, you can, is the same as, you can write it in this method, cos of 3 pi cos of pi by 2 minus sin 3 pi sin pi by 2. So both will give the same answer. So similarly you can split the angle. So it is very useful in problem solving. I'll solve a problem with these two and these two formulas. Similarly you can write it as cos of 3 pi minus pi by 2. You can write it like this. Similarly, if it's sin 3 pi plus pi by 2, you can split it like this. And this also you can split. Sin of x minus y equal to sin x cos y minus sin y cos x. Now, coming to 5th one, 6th one, 9, 10, up to 16, all those formulas can be easily taken from this, if we remember this. Coming to 5th one, cos of pi by 2 minus x. What is cos of pi by 2 minus x? See, if it is pi by 2, if the angle is starting with pi by 2, then you have to change it to the next angle. That is, if it's cos, you have to change it to sine. If it's sine, you have to change it to cos. But according to the angle which quadrant it is lying, you have to put the positive or negative sign. So you have to keep in mind that if it is 90 degree or it's pi by 2, you have to change it. If it's cos, then it will be sine, and the other way around. So now cos of pi by 2 minus x. If this is pi by 2, my x value, my angle will be in this quadrant, in this side, somewhere here. Pi by 2 minus x. This is pi by 2 plus x. Pi by 2 minus x. So it will be somewhere here. But here all my angles are positive. So it is positive sin x. Now coming to sine pi by 2 minus x. What is sine pi by 2 minus x? Pi by 2 is here and this is my minus x. See, 90 degree minus some value x will be in the first quadrant, right? Here, somewhere between, then angle will be somewhere between less than somewhere here. So that is why you are coming to the first quadrant. So that will be, it is in pi by 2. So it will change to cos. So sine pi by 2 minus x will be cos, and cos is positive because all angles are positive here. So we have covered up to 8. Now coming to 9. 9 is cos. Cos is again with respect to pi by 2, pi by 2, pi by 2, pi by 2. See, pi by 2, it is changing. So cos pi by 2 plus x is minus sin x. It was minus, it was plus, it was minus. Why it is coming minus sin x? You can see that pi by 2 plus some angle x will be somewhere in this quadrant, right? If x is some 30 degree, then 90 plus 30, 120 degree. So this is 180 degree. So it will be somewhere in this quadrant. But here only my sine and its complementary angle is positive. We are taking cos of this angle. So it should be complementary because it's 90 degree. Then it should be sine, but we have to put the sine according to the ASTC rule. Here cos is negative. So we have to put minus sin x. I hope that is clear. Now we come to 10th one. What is sine pi by 2 plus x? What is sine pi by 2 plus x? Because it's sine pi by 2, we have to anyway change it to cos, and now we have to see whether it is positive or negative. But we know that sine is positive in this quadrant. So it should be here. It should be positive sign. So that is the difference between the previous two cases and these two cases. This is minus x plus x. So whenever there is a pi by 2, you have to change it to the other function, which is cos to sine, sine to cos. But according to the angle which quadrant it is lying, you have to change the sign. Now coming to the 11th, again we draw our main thing, that is ASTC. Everything depends on this. This is pi by 2, pi 0, this is 3 pi by 2. Okay, now what is cos? Cos pi. See, now it's everything is pi, not pi by 2. It is with respect to pi. Here it is with respect to pi by 2. So it is changing. Here with respect to pi. So none of these functions are changing from the original function. If it is cos, it is remaining as cos, sine as sine, cos, sine, sine. So whenever it's a pi or multiples of pi, the same function is continued, and you have to check the sign according to the angle in which quadrant the angle is lying. If it is pi by 2 or multiples of pi by 2, you have to change it to the other function. Put a sine, cos and sine. Now, cos pi minus x equal to minus cos x. How it is minus cos x? See, it's pi by pi, so it should be cos only. The same function is continued. If it is pi minus x, this is pi. This is my pi. And if it is pi minus x is this side. Pi plus x is this side. This is pi minus x and this is pi plus x. So pi minus x, it is given pi minus x. Pi minus x this side, so it will be in this quadrant. For example, I can write 180 minus cos 180 minus 30. It will be cos 50, right? So this 150, that will be lying in this quadrant. Now, what is the sign of cos in second quadrant? It should be negative. Only sine and its complementary angle is positive. So it should be negative. We are putting that negative sign. So cos of pi minus x is minus cos x. Now coming to sine of pi minus x. What is sine of pi minus x? Pi minus x is still in this quadrant. Pi is there. So we have to continue the same function. Now we have to see whether it's positive or negative. So positive or negative. But we know that sign is positive in the second quadrant. So positive sin x. Here it is minus negative cos x. Now coming to cos of pi plus x. What is pi plus x? It is in this quadrant. Right. So what is third quadrant? Still. What is positive? Tan and its complementary angle is the corresponding angle is reciprocal angle is positive. So cos of pi plus x is minus cos x. Pi is there, so the function should be continued. The sign is coming from third quadrant where this cos is negative. Now cos of 2 pi minus x. What is 2 pi? 2 pi, right? This is 2 pi. So this will be 2 pi plus x. This will be 2 pi minus x. Now 2 pi minus x. 2 pi minus x will be somewhere here. So what will be 2 pi minus x? What is 2 pi? This 360 degree. Right? 360 minus 30 degree will be 330 degree. So it will be somewhere in the fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant, what is positive? Cos is positive, right? Cos is positive here. So it is positive. Now sine of pi plus x. What is sine of pi plus x? Pi plus x is here, right? It will be in the third quadrant. This is my third quadrant. Fourth, second and first. Okay. So what is sine of pi plus x? It's in the third quadrant. But sine is negative in this quadrant. So it is negative. Sine of 2 pi minus x. Sine of 2 pi minus x is in the fourth quadrant. And what is the sign of the function? That will be negative since cos and its complementary angle are positive in the fourth quadrant. So this is how you have to remember the function. So whenever there is a conversion, you have to check whether it's pi or pi by 2, and you have to check the sign of that function in each quadrant. So you don't have to remember like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 formulas you don't have to remember. That is something very basics where you can find it from this ASTC method. So it's very easy. If you could understand this thing, then you don't have to remember all this things. Only you have to remember is these two and these two. That is very important for problem solving. Now we have similar kind of formulas, that is addition, sum of two angles with a function. You have to, if there is tan of say 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 4, then you can use this formula and get the answer. So if it's angle, to find the angle is very difficult, you can use this. So how these formulas are obtained? So I will derive the formula here. Similarly, you can find for the other formulas, other functions also, like cot of x plus y and cot of x minus y, tan of x minus y. You can do the similar method. So they might ask you for the derivation of the formula in your exams. So it is very simple actually. So we'll start the formula. We know that tan of x plus y, this is our LHS, right, equal to sine of x plus y by cos of x plus y. Right. So, but we know that sine and cos I have floated in the previous thing. There is a formula for sine and cos. So, what is sine of x plus y? Sine of x plus y can be written as sin x cos y plus cos x sin y. Now, by what is cos of x plus y? It is cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Now we have to do one simple trick, that is divide numerator and denominator by cos x cos y. So divide the numerator and denominator by cos x cos y. So how you will do it? Sin x cos y plus by cos x cos y plus cos x sin y by cos x. Actually you should put bracket, otherwise you will find it difficult to differentiate the angle and the alphabets you are writing. Then cos x cos y divided by cos x cos y minus sin x sin y divided by cos x cos y. Now see here, this cos y and this cos y get cancelled out. Only sin x by cos x is remaining. That is why tan x, right? Here, what you can cut? Cos x and cos x I can cut off. So it will be sin y by cos y. That will be my tan y, right? Now, this is whole thing gets cancelled out. So it will be 1 minus. Now, sin y cos y. What is sin y and cos y? Tan y, right? What is cos x? Sin x cos x? That will be my tan x. So you got the formula. So this is how you have to solve to get the formula for tan of x plus y, which is equal to tan x plus tan y by 1 minus tan x tan y. Similarly, you can do the other formulas also. So similarly, we can say that tan of x minus y is tan x minus tan y by 1 plus tan x tan y. Cot of x plus y is cot x cot y minus cot y plus cot x. And cot of x minus y is cot x cot y plus 1 by cot y minus cot x. So these four formulas, see 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are very useful in solving problems. So I would recommend you guys to write down formulas, all the formulas in one sheet, and keep a formula sheet with you so that you can go through it whenever needed before exams to revise it. It will be very easy. So if you keep that and do solve the problems, it will be easy for you to check for it, and you slowly you will get to by heart these formulas very easily if you start solving the problems, and these are very important. So similarly, this is for single angle. Now we have double angles. When it comes to cos of 2x, cos of 3x, something like that, how you will solve it and how you can change it. There are certain formulas for that also. Now we'll come to the next thing, that is cos of 2x. Initially we didn't have any coefficient of x. Now we are having 2x. For example, cos 2 into pi by 8. This is kind of cos 2x formula. You can use this formula to get the answer. Or cos of 2 into 3 pi by 6. This is also the formula of 2x. So you can write in this form. So these kind of angles or something related to this kind of angles, you can solve it using these 4. According to the equation, according to the final result you needed, you have to substitute for cos 2x in this form, according to this form. So this is the basic form, that is cos square x minus sin square x. So we know that cos square x plus sin square x is equal to 1, but cos square x minus sin square x is equal to cos 2x. So remember this. Okay. So from here you can get these 3 forms. This is basically this coming from this form. So we'll get this formula 2 cos square x minus 1. How you will get? We know that cos 2x is equal to cos square x minus sin square x. So that is, any angle can be represented as 1 power of 2 with cos and sin. So how you will get that? So we'll do one thing. What is sin square x? From here 1 minus cos square x, right? So we'll do cos square x minus sin square x can be represented 1 minus cos square x. So that will be minus 1 cos square x minus 1 plus cos square x. So that will be 2 cos square x minus 1. So this will be 2 cos square x minus 1. So we found out this formula. Now similarly, what is cos square x? It is 1 minus sin square x. Right. Now we will substitute 1 minus sin square x minus sin square x. That is, we will substitute for cos square x. 1 minus 2 sin square x. So we got the second formula. Now we will have the third formula. That is, for getting that, cos 2x can be written as cos square x minus sin square x, right? But this can also be written as cos square x minus sin square x by 1. No change. But this can also be written as, what is 1? Sin square x plus cos square x. So cos square x minus sin square x divided by cos square x plus sin square x. It doesn't make any difference, right? Now divide the whole thing by cos square x. Divide each term. That won't make any difference. It will be 1 minus sin square x by cos square x is tan square x divided by cos square x by cos square x is 1 plus tan square x. So you got the third formula. So if you know the first formula, you can get the other 3 formulas. So similarly for this, for cos we have these 3 formulas, and similarly we have for sin also. And sin, it will be different from cos. So similarly for sin 2x we have these 2 formulas, 2 sin x cos x, and it is also equal to 2 tan x by 1 plus tan square x. So sin has 2 formulas. So I would recommend you to write down all the formulas in one sheet and keep it with you for further references. The remaining formulas and their derivations will be covered in the next video. Hope you guys are finding this video useful. Please do share, comment and like. Subscribe GeoByte, and if you have any queries or doubts, you can put it in the comment box. Thank you.
GeoByte.